How to get rich by using debt, secret no one tells you. Imagine a man walking into a bank. He's dressed in old jeans, worn-out shoes, and drives a modest car. You'd never guess he owns 5 luxury properties, a portfolio of stocks worth millions, and generates cash flow every single month, without ever touching his savings. He's not rich because he saved every penny. He's rich because he used debt strategically. Now here's the uncomfortable truth. While you were taught to fear debt, the wealthy were learning how to master it. You're about to see how the rich use debt as a weapon, not a weakness. 1. The untold credit secret of the rich. Let's start with something that might shock you. The richest people in the world, the ones driving luxury cars, living in mansions and investing millions, aren't always using their own money. They use something you've been told to avoid your whole life. While you're cutting up your credit cards, they're building empires with theirs. While you're told debt is dangerous, they treat it as a strategic tool. This video will open a door you didn't even know existed. A door into the mindset, the systems, and the credit secrets the rich don't want the public to fully understand. We've all heard the saying, stay out of debt. But the rich live by a different rule: leverage it. In fact, some of the wealthiest people in history, including Robert Kiyosaki, Donald Trump, and modern tech billionaires, have strategically used credit to multiply their money. They don't see credit as risk, they see it as opportunity. 2. Why poor people fear credit. The average person grows up hearing that credit is dangerous, debt is bad, and you should only spend what you earn. It's a mindset deeply rooted in survival, not strategy. When you fear credit, you avoid it. And when you avoid it, you miss out on the tools that the rich use to create wealth. It's not your fault, it's what schools, parents, and even media have told you. But it's time to question that narrative. Fear of debt often comes from experience. Missed payments, high interest, or watching family members struggle. But here's what most people don't realize. There's a difference between bad debt and strategic debt. And understanding that difference changes everything. 3. What is good credit usage? The rich don't just swipe cards aimlessly. They understand calculated leverage. Good credit usage means borrowing at a low cost to invest in something that grows. That might be real estate, businesses, or even scaling a brand. The money isn't spent on liabilities, it's used to create more money. For example, let's say you have access to $100,000 at 5% interest. You use that money to buy a cash-flowing rental property that returns 12% annually. You're now earning more than you're paying, profit from borrowed money. That's how the rich think. And you can too with the right knowledge. 4. Real examples of credit power. Take Grant Cardone for instance. He built a real estate empire using other people's money and bank credit. He says, cash is trash. I borrow as much as I can because I know how to multiply it. Another example? Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, openly talks about using credit to buy assets, not liabilities. They never avoided credit. They mastered it. Even businesses like Amazon used credit lines to survive and scale in their early days. Jeff Bezos didn't fear debt, he used it strategically. 5. The wealth cycle, leveraged income assets. Here's the real system. Use credit, buy income-producing assets, use that income to pay off debt and scale again. This is the wealth cycle most people never see. While the poor focus on paying off debt as fast as possible, the rich use debt to fuel growth. The faster they move money through this cycle, the richer they become. You can't build real wealth with just savings. You build it with smart leverage. 6. How the rich get access to more credit. So how do the rich get access to millions in credit while most people struggle to get approved for a $5,000 card? It's simple. They build strong credit profiles, maintain low credit utilization, and play the long game. More importantly, they create relationships with banks and use business credit, which doesn't rely on personal income or scores. They separate personal and business finances, and they treat credit like capital, not backup. There's a reason high-limit cards and credit lines are given to those who know how to use them. Banks trust profitable behavior. 7. Tools the rich use to protect themselves. Using credit doesn't mean reckless behavior. The rich protect their credit through LLCs and corporations, for liability protection. Business credit cards, to avoid personal risk. Asset-backed borrowing, using properties or portfolios as collateral. It's all legal. It's all smart. And it's all designed to minimize risk while maximizing growth. They're playing financial chess while the rest of the world plays checkers. 8. Why you must change your relationship with debt. The truth is, if you don't learn how to use credit properly, you'll always be on the losing side of money. Debt isn't your enemy. Ignorance is. Credit isn't scary. Misuse is. The rich don't avoid debt. They study it, master it, and leverage it to escape the rat race. That's the truth they don't teach in school. That's the mindset that separates wealth builders from workers. You can fear credit and stay broke, or you can learn how to use it and build real wealth. 9. Your first steps to using credit like the rich. Start small. Build your credit profile by paying on time, keeping your utilization low, using 1 or 2 cards regularly, applying for business credit under an LLC, studying how others used credit to grow. This isn't a get-rich-quick system. It's a get-rich-smart method. Over time, you'll shift from avoiding credit to controlling it. And when that shift happens, everything changes. 10. Final truth. Credit is a tool, not a trap. Here's what you need to take away. Credit is power, if you know how to use it. The rich don't fear it. They embrace it, control it, and use it to multiply everything. The poor avoid it, fear it, and remain stuck. It's not about how much money you make. It's about how much financial knowledge you have. And if you've made it this far, you're already ahead of the game. Hit subscribe to the Lux Ledger if you're building your empire one habit at a time. New videos every Tuesday and Friday.